Right now, we got to talk about this current story that is Caitlin Clark got a new selection from Panini that has come out. You got many big-time sports analysts talking about this, and that is this drop right here. So it says 2025 Panini Caitlin Clark Chronicle keepsake
One player just sold out a national trading card release in less than 24 hours. Another just finished one of the most dominant MVP seasons the WNBA has ever seen. And somehow, those two facts collided into controversy. Within hours, social media turned a business headline into a personal narrative. Comment sections filled with accusations, hot takes, and assumptions. A phrase began circulating everywhere: Aya Wilson hates Caitlin Clark's success. No confirmed quote, no interview, no evidence. Just a viral storyline fueled by algorithms and emotion. So today, we're stepping back from the noise to investigate how a box of trading cards became one of the most divisive conversations in the WNBA.
Ball called Caitlin Clark Chronicle. So this is kind of like a book designed to look like a bio, or a card designed to look like a book. So I'm guessing it's just a book that has cards, so kind of like the calendars, maybe. Okay, yeah. So it just has secret compartment that has packs, and then here's the book right here. Caitlin Clark Chronicles.
The spark was a product release. Panini officially dropped the 2025 Caitlin Clark Chronicle Collection, a premium, book-style trading card set dedicated entirely to the Indiana Fever rookie. Expectations were already high, but what happened next surprised even seasoned collectors. Within 24 hours, the collection was completely sold out. Not days, not a weekend, one day. Inventory vanished from mainstream retailers like Target, forcing collectors to hunt secondary markets almost immediately. The message from consumers was unmistakable. Caitlin Clark wasn't just popular, she was commercially dominant in a way rarely seen in women's sports.
So this is the special Caitlin Clark Chronicled 100 card set, and it's the book Caitlin Clark. You got the Time magazine cover in here. You have available at Target, Target.com, and available soon at Dick's Sporting Goods and Panini. So everybody gets one.
Wow.
All right. Yeah.
This wasn't a standard card release. The Chronicle set was engineered for maximum engagement. 100 cards featuring WNBA action shots, lifestyle photography, rare parallels, and randomly inserted autographs. Green halo and green laser variations. Color blast inserts designed to ignite collector chase culture. At $85 per set, this was premium pricing, signaling confidence from Panini that demand would justify the cost. Buyers didn't hesitate. They didn't wait for reviews. They bought immediately. That kind of consumer behavior only happens when an athlete has crossed into mainstream appeal. The moment the release entered broader sports culture came on The Dan Patrick Show. When promotional copies arrived, Dan Patrick's advice was instant and telling: don't open it. In collector culture, that statement means everything. Keeping a product sealed signals long-term value. Patrick told his entire crew to leave the packaging untouched, recognizing what the market already understood. Caitlin Clark memorabilia wasn't just fan merchandise. It was investment-grade collectible material. This is where the tension begins. While Caitlin Clark was dominating the trading card market, Aya Wilson was dominating the court. An MVP season, elite efficiency, defensive excellence, leadership. By pure basketball standards, Aya Wilson stood at the top of the league. Yet commercial attention followed a different path. Card releases, shelf space, media buzz. The contrast between on-court dominance and off-court market power created a pressure point, and the internet pushed hard on it. That pressure erupted into the most loaded phrase in professional sports: face of the league. Phoenix Mercury guard Sophie Cunningham ignited viral discussion after pushing back forcefully against claims that Caitlin Clark wasn't the league's central figure. Her comments resonated because they aligned with what the market was already proving. Being the face of a league isn't about who is the best player on the court. It's about recognition, reach, and revenue. Michael Jordan and LeBron James followed that same formula. And Caitlin Clark, whether welcomed or resisted, has entered that space in the WNBA. At no point did Aya Wilson publicly criticize Caitlin Clark. There were no quotes, no social media posts, no interviews expressing jealousy or resentment. Yet she became the center of the backlash narrative simply because she represents excellence without hype. In the absence of real conflict, the internet created one. The narrative wasn't built on evidence. It was built on discomfort. Discomfort with the idea that greatness and popularity don't always overlap. This story isn't about hatred. It's about transformation. Caitlin Clark's commercial impact is pulling new fans into the WNBA at a historic pace. Aya Wilson's dominance is setting the competitive standard that defines elite basketball. These realities are not enemies. They are complementary forces driving the league forward. Growth always creates friction, and friction always creates noise. A box of trading cards didn't expose jealousy. It exposed change. Caitlin Clark's sold-out release didn't diminish Aya Wilson's greatness. It highlighted how powerful the WNBA's moment has become. As the league continues to grow, these conversations will only intensify. The real question isn't who the internet chooses to argue about next. It's whether we understand what this moment is really telling us. What makes this moment so explosive is not a trading card, not a rookie, and not even an MVP season, but the collision between visibility and value inside a league that has spent decades fighting to be seen. Caitlin Clark's sold-out Panini Chronicle release did not simply reflect popularity. It exposed a hierarchy that many fans, players, and media voices are still uncomfortable acknowledging. In less than 24 hours, a premium $85 product vanished from mainstream retailers, not because collectors were told to buy it, but because the demand already existed, quietly waiting. That demand represents casual fans, first-time buyers, parents, kids, and people who may not follow the WNBA daily but recognize Caitlin Clark instantly. And that recognition carries weight. Meanwhile, Aya Wilson stands at the peak of competitive excellence, a dominant force whose MVP season reinforced her place among the greatest players in league history. Yet dominance on the court does not always translate into dominance in the marketplace, and that disconnect is where tension breeds. Social media filled the gap with speculation, turning silence into accusation and success into provocation. A narrative emerged suggesting resentment, jealousy, or animosity, despite no verified statements or actions supporting such claims. This is how modern sports controversy is manufactured, not through facts, but through framing. The real story isn't about Aya Wilson versus Caitlin Clark. It's about how leagues evolve, how stars are chosen by the public, and how uncomfortable it can be when commercial gravity shifts faster than cultural consensus. The trading card didn't create division, it revealed it. And until the conversation shifts from personalizing success to understanding the economics and exposure that drive modern sports, moments like this will continue to be misread as personal conflict rather than structural change. Caitlin Clark's sold-out Panini Chronicle didn't just break records. It exposed the power of recognition and market influence in the WNBA, showing that mainstream appeal can outweigh even Aya Wilson's dominant MVP season. In 24 hours, fans, collectors, and casual buyers snapped up every card, proving that visibility drives value as much as performance. This isn't a feud between players. It's a revelation of how commercial gravity and public attention shape the league, turning success into headlines, speculation, and sometimes controversy.